Welcome into our next leg in our race around the world here at Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
My name is Bruce Heller.
I don't think that was a question mark.
My name? That
Oh
feels like
well,
that feels
it
like a
sound
question mark.
it sounded more like my name. That's what I
Oh.
heard.
Well, that's the same point I put the question mark last week, so there was nothing new anyway.
It felt more like an exclamation point.
I feel like the question mark bit might be running its course in the next episode or two.
Yeah, maybe you should change punctuation.
It probably ran its course the first time I did the stupid joke, but
Yeah, here we are
kidding
two
if I'm
years.
not somebody that runs jokes into the ground on Pitstop Pals.
Here we are 2 years in, and you're still working the question mark.
I really wasn't intentionally doing it until like a couple months ago when I started moving it around. I used to always put it at the end. Then I
Yeah,
started moving it around in the sentence, and I think that has run its course.
I think you should just change punctuation.
Okay, I will be looking. Ooh, semicolon. Wait, how do I? You can't pronounce that. Never mind.
Maybe.
I don't
Just
even
think
know how
about
to
it.
use it correctly, to be honest. Wait.
Just put some work in, workshop it, figure it out. You got a week to do it. What?
Oh, I did that.
Why?
It's a period. Dot.
But
I'm
you already
drawing
did
a
your question
period.
mark. Well, you got a week before you need to worry about your new punctuation.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Believe it or not, this is not a grammar podcast.
I would
No.
not listen to it if it was. I have no business being on a grammar podcast. I
Amen.
might be the least qualified person that I know to be on a grammar podcast.
Yeah, I probably know 5-year-olds that would be more qualified.
Maybe. I'm kind of a 5-year-old,
Amen.
but like a funny one.
Sure. Most 5-year-olds are funny.
True.
Um, anyway, this is an amazing race podcast. I don't know if you knew that, Bruce.
We sing Amazing Grace in church sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Can you give us
No,
a little sample of that?
nope. But when I was a kid, Chris Tomlin came out with Amazing Grace.
My
My
chains
chains
are
are gone,
gone.
and that's awesome.
Yeah. Can you give
Shout
us
out
a
to Chris
sample of that?
Tomlin because he's clearly listening to our show. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, he should come on.
That would actually be really fun.
That would be. Um, anyway, the amazing race, not amazing grace.
Pretty sure you didn't even say it wrong. I just went for the joke anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely correct. I said race the first time. Anyway, season 16, episode 9, Dumb Did Us In.
I actually do remember that. That was either Brandy or Carol, just super salty at the finish line.
You still don't know which one's which?
I mean,
They
I
don't
can
even look
probably
alike.
tell them apart. I just don't remember which one said it.
It was Brandy.
Okay. Is that the blonde one?
No. See, you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
do
which
know
one's
because I
which.
didn't think it was.
What?
I see, I didn't think it was the blonde one, so I do know.
But why'd you ask then?
Well, I do things in a weird way sometimes.
You did not help your case by saying, is that the blonde one?
Yes, but like it's me, so the logic tracks that I just did it in a wacky way.
Okay.
You can choose to believe me or not. Either way is understandable, but that's the story I'm going with.
Well, I don't believe you at all.
Fair.
All right, do
It's
you want
at
to
least believable.
what?
It's at least believable that I would just do something in a stupid, wacky way.
Fair. I just know you well enough to know that that's not what happened.
But I did get the episode title for the first time ever, I think. So
I don't
good
think
for
it's first time ever, but it might be like third time ever. I kind of think you got one like back when we recapped season 7.
yeah.
I think you might have got one that was like like a Meredith and
Oh, that's right.
Gretchen.
True.
Um, but do you have any quotes for me, Bruce?
I have a few.
I have
Uh,
a lot.
from the sleeping train, what if I fart?
Yep, I had that.
Um, Michael and Louie when Brandy and Carol wanted to push their way through the crowd and get in front of everyone on the train. Ladies get their way, bitches don't.
That was actually Brent.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I get for looking at my phone and taking notes while things were happening.
Yeah, what the heck?
Our cab driver took a potty break,
Yep, that was Michael.
and they're Brent and Katie Gump, which was Brandy and Carol when they were salty that their actions had consequences.
Uh-huh.
They,
Okay, I have a lot.
they were saltier than ramen noodles, which are
Then what?
incredibly salty.
Saltier than ramen
I
noodles.
was trying to think of a food I eat that's just really salty, and ramen was what came to my mind.
Are they saltier than Aussie?
Maybe it's up there. It was satisfying to watch for a little bit, and then it just kept going. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're mad.
I think they were saltier than Aussie.
Probably, but I think they kind of had it coming, honestly.
I agree.
I felt bad for them, zero.
Me too. And I even kind of liked them. I still felt bad for them, zero.
Yeah, they were just awful to Katie the whole time. So, like,
Yeah.
and they didn't even realize it. Phil's like, well, they said you were rude to them. And like, oh, we're going to be now.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I don't miss you.
Dang.
They're never coming on our show after that, but they probably weren't anyway. They probably don't listen. Most people don't. So, except for PepsiCo, who hasn't sent me free Mountain Dew swag yet, but president of PepsiCo, I know you're listening.
We know you're listening.
Send me a fridge full of Mountain Dew.
All right, so here's my quotes. I think the Ghost Riders are back in the saddle again. That was Cord at the beginning of the race. Um, on the sleeper train, we have Hello Disinfectant Wipes from Jordan. And what happens if you fart? Ladies get their way, bitches don't from Brant.
So good.
Louis, break a right as they were running out of the out of the train place. Um, how good are you at drums, Jet? Not very good. I've never played the drums.
Yeah,
Michael saying, I have absolutely no rhythm. I can't dance. I'm as white can be.
I can kind of dance, just not real sophisticatedly.
You can't dance.
I can, it's just not like organized. It's just
But
me
it's
vibing
it's
and having fun.
it's like cringy dance.
Well, yeah, it's just like I said, it's not something I'd perform on a stage, but like I'm just vibing. I'm having fun to whatever song I'm listening to.
Yeah, cringy dance.
A bit cringy, but I would also absolutely do it in public with no
I
question.
know. I've been with you in public when you did it. I thought it was cringy then too.
I was vibing, man.
That's fine. You do you. I just laugh every time.
Well, it's my truth that I'm good at dancing, which I say that jokingly because I talked about truth being objective at church yesterday. So
Yeah, there you go.
my truth is not a real thing. Sorry to the, I might have offended some of our audience there, but oh well.
How dare you? Thank you, my friend. We are off like a prom dress. That
Hey
was also
yo,
Michael. That was also Michael. Michael is so good in confession.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Maybe now's a good time to tell you that I just discovered I have an intense fear of heights. This was Jordan.
Were they attached to something doing that?
I think they were. I think they were.
I
I
think
think
I could do that.
yeah, but you would hate it.
I'd hate it, but like I w- I wouldn't just be paralyzed with fear. That's a very short It's not a super long distance.
but it's really high in the air.
It's not like, and you're on a ladder. It's not like the like Claire and Derek season thing. I forget the number where you're walking like this tightrope cord across a canyon. Like you're on a,
Right,
and
right.
it's not very long. So I might be able to do it.
Hmm. Ice cream from some crazy Americans.
We'll get there, but shout out to Michael and Louie's cab driver on the ice cream.
For real.
It's
They
crazy.
U-turned us because you are prettier than she is, Carol. She's an idiot
No.
and she's on YouTube to prove it. Also from Carol.
Just it's the end of your list, just all salty Brandy and Carol quotes.
No.
Oh,
But then I had a third Brandy one or a third one in a row with Brandy saying it's Brent and Katie Gump, like you had earlier. Um, this one's Carol, but it's not a salty Carol quote. Ice cream sandwiches, there's no swine flu.
okay, that is kind of funny.
Get a good long shot of that bitchy mug. That was Brandy when they got back to the U-turn and yeah. Pick my wedgie. I have to pick my wedgie. That was Katie after
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Oh, after the zip line. The closest thing we played to a musical instrument's the radio. That was Jet. This really hot girl is holding up the clue, says Louis. And then the editors did the little shine shimmer thing with the teeth of the girl that was holding the clue.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I end with a salty Carol quote. There will be a point in the not too distant future where we can look past the stupid of today and appreciate the experience for the richness it was. And then I'll translate it into first grade language for Brent and Katie.
I admittedly kind of chuckled at the last part of that because it's like, oh, this nice, like, insightful quote about the richness of the. Then it just ends with her being salty again. I'm like, oh, twist ending.
Was it really a twist?
That that quote was actually in a going somewhere, and then it just went back to where like everything they'd said for the last 10 minutes of the episode was. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hmm. Right.
I will say their argument about it not being smart gameplay makes sense. But if I
Yeah,
was Katie, I absolutely would have done the same thing 1,000 times.
I completely agree with both of those statements.
Yeah. Like, yes, you have a point. It was dumb gameplay, but your actions have consequences. Don't be jerks to someone the whole race and expect them to not come back at you for it.
Exactly. That's the thing.
And then be mad that it came back at you.
So it's really like, you know, The Amazing Race doesn't get near near any other competition in the realm of social strategy,
Yeah.
but things like this feel very like Survivor coded.
Yeah. But I had a thought too just now because, like, uh, 30, what season did we just finish? 38?
38.
So 37, we had Jonathan like watching the show and realizing, oh, I don't like what I'm seeing. And kind of, I'm really curious of however many years ago this was. These two
This
watched.
was 2010.
All right, so 16 years. Oh my gosh, 2010 was 16 years ago. If like when this was airing, if they watched it and like, oh yeah, we were pretty rude to her the whole time. Like, I'm curious if they had that realization or not, or if they stood by everything that happened.
Right. Speaking of, did you hear that Jonathan and Anna are suing CBS?
I read that, but it was from a website I had never heard of, so I assumed it was just some kind of clickbaity thing.
Nope, I'll go into more detail when we're not on the air, but that's a thing.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know the details of it. Maybe CBS deserves it. Who knows?
Ask me about it later.
Okay.
Okay, so
Or,
let's start
I'm just kidding.
recapping this episode because
Oh, right, we have an episode.
yeah, okay. Um, travel, we have to start by traveling more than 400 miles by bus and train to the country of Singapore, where we will make our way to
Singapore. I feel like you should have to sing that part of it whenever anyone says Singapore. That should be law.
you just didn't do it.
I did. Oh, you're right. I missed it. To
Yeah,
jail I go.
to jail you go.
I think there should be a law in every country that you have to sing that part of that name.
Okay. I thought you were gonna do it again.
I purposely didn't say it that time because I didn't want to do the big thing.
All right, so they have to travel to the country of Singapore.
Yes, it's catching on.
It's not catching on. I just don't want to hear. I'm never going to hear the end of it if I don't.
It's like
Okay.
the traffic cone. You make fun of me for it, then you started using it.
Yes, but I use it in uh like ironically.
Fair enough.
Anyway, they have to make their way to Victoria's Concert Hall and Theater searching for Alan Wu, the host of The Amazing Race Asia, for their next clue.
Cool crossover here. I had to look up Amazing Race Asia. I think it only got like 5 seasons, but
Alan Wu, Alan who? Um,
he spells Alan weird too. He spells it with two L's.
oh, I didn't even notice that.
I think. Let me look it up. I think it's Allan.
I've
Yeah,
I've seen Allen, but I've never seen Allan.
and I've seen Allan. I've never
Yes, I've
seen the
seen
weird combination.
I've seen Allan as well.
Yeah, Allan, and then his last name is WU.
That's crazy. All right, so Jet and Cord, they hop on a bus all by their lonesome. Uh, then Carol and Brandy do the same thing. And then the last three teams, Brent and Katie, Michael and Louie, Dan and Jordan, all hop on the third bus together. And Dan and Jordan, we see this moment here where Dan and Jordan ask the other two teams who the biggest threat is, if they who they think that is, and they both say Carol and Brandy because they are world travelers.
It's thin logic.
And Dan and Jordan see right through it, and it's really because they don't like them. It's true. That's why.
Yeah,
I mean, they've given them. I don't know that they given Michael and Louie much reason not to like them, but they've given Brent and Katie plenty of reason not to like them.
yeah. Well, Brett and Katie are Michael and Louie's friends. So like if someone is like that rude to my friend all the time, I'm going to not like them too. I think it's kind of just that thing.
That's valid.
Like they haven't done anything directly to Michael and Louie, but they've heard about it so much from Brett and Katie that it rubs off.
That's valid. I think we've been through a similar situation.
Yeah, not one we can talk about on air,
I'm
but
not talking about it on there. That's as far as I'm going there.
well,
But
technically we're not on air because we're not on like TV or radio airwaves. So
close enough. I'm
the
not talking
airwaves of
about it on
YouTube.
recording either.
Yep. Sorry, sorry, airwaves of YouTube. You don't get the tea
Unless you, yeah, if you want the tea, get a hold of me. I might give it to you.
unless you don't actually know us and you're just randomly texting Kevin to ask who he doesn't like. That might be a bit weird.
That would be weird. That's
If
why I
you're
said
just
might.
someone that discovered us online and listens to our show and like messages the Pitstop Pals Instagram page that we don't haven't posted on in forever. Hey Kevin, who do you not like?
That would be weird. That's why I said might tell you.
We're gonna get a text from that Big Brother report page.
I
To be fair, since I got my new phone, I don't think I've logged into the Pitstop Pals Instagram account yet because I we haven't used it in forever. I forgot about it. So,
That's fair. We
but
just
I
got followed by an RHAP podcaster,
oh nice,
Mari Fourth.
nice.
Um,
Well,
okay.
I get messages from Big Brother report, so I know I'm cool too.
you're tight with the Big Brother report?
I don't, and when I say I mean the Pitstop Pals account.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I've
mean,
received
hey,
messages from them.
I've got a personal follow from our HAP host not that long ago either.
Nice. You're followed by tribal council chat hosts too, so that's
That's
cool.
true. I have personal follows from at least two former Survivor players as well.
Nice.
Do you have any personal follows from Survivor players?
On my account, I don't
Yeah,
think so. On on the Survivor fan account, I think Janet followed me. I don't really use that account anymore.
Janet Carbon.
Yeah. There's a I don't can't list them all off, but there's a few that follow tribal council chat. So like
There are.
Nasir,
Shout out.
Jerry does, I think somehow.
Yeah,
That's probably the biggest name, and I'm like, how did that happen? But
right. Biggest name for Roundtable Talk is Omer Zahir.
yeah, that's tribal council chat too. He follows both pages.
Yeah.
He's a cool
Um,
guy. He told
of
me about
course
he
I
told me about gorillas.
of course I got a personal follow from David Jelinski
Yeah, your
back when we
personal friend that
FaceTime.
you've talked to on FaceTime
Yeah,
multiple times.
I've only talked to him on FaceTime once.
Oh, I thought it was Mitch the second time.
Hmm.
Okay,
Um, and I got a random follow like 6 months ago from Star Toomey.
nice. This is great content for our audience, by the way. Us just talking about Instagram follows.
Listen, if they watch Amazing Race, they probably watch Survivor too. So it's
Fair
still kind
enough.
of relevant. Anyway, back to
Audience, you should join the list of people that follow us on Instagram.
yeah.
Our numbers.
Follow Pitstop Pals on Instagram. Follow Kevin Ollie on Instagram. Follow. I don't know what your handle is, Bruce.
Bruce.h99.
There it is, folks. Bruce.h99. Uh-oh, I think the cops are coming after me.
Oh, they
Um,
found out about your money laundering.
yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
You left a dollar bill in my washing machine last time you were at the
That's where that went.
Get it? Because like laundry and like money laundering isn't actual laundering.
But what
Jokes
if
are
you
funnier when you explain them, but you laughed
Alec
at that
Pierce
one
returns
anyway,
to
so
the
it still
Colts on a
counts.
4-year deal?
Who got a 4-year deal? Oh,
Alec Pierce.
okay.
Um,
Good job, Colts, I guess. I don't know.
what if you money laundered through a laundromat?
That'd be awesome.
That's got to be a thing, right?
Crime, so don't do it, but that would make me laugh.
That's got to be a thing somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've not barely got very far in here, but everyone's on the same sleeper train.
Yes.
And
And Louis gonna
when
fart on it.
Louis gonna fart on it, and it's very dirty and smelly.
Uh-huh.
Um, but Carol and Brandy try to push their way through to another car, and everybody just stood in their way and didn't let them through.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. And then they all sprinted out, and Katie fell. She tripped over Brent and fell. And everybody hops in uh, taxis, unless your name's Jet and Cord, and then you suck at finding an open cab. They're the last person in a cab every freaking time,
Yeah, that's I don't know what's happening there.
but they still aren't finishing last. So it's fine. Um, but anyway, once you get to your first clue by finding Alan Wu, the fast forward is in there. Bruce, do you want to talk about what the fast forward was?
Yeah, it's when you get to jump ahead to the finish line after you do something.
Sorry, joke didn't land that time.
You didn't ask me what the challenge for the fast forward was. You asked me what a fast forward is. I thought
And
you
I
had
said what
forgotten.
the fast forward was, which I was implying about this specific one. That's why I said the fast forward.
Well, I thought you had forgotten how the game mechanic worked. I was trying to be helpful.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. My lucking's not great, but I smiled when I said that. The way this specific one works is that you ride a giant Ferris wheel to the top, and then once you're there, you get out and walk to the next car over.
Or crawl.
Yeah, it's more of a crawl. He said walk
Yeah.
when he was explaining it, but it is more of a crawl. And we talked
Yeah.
about this a bit already. You're on a ladder. So,
540 feet up in the air, though.
yeah, that sucks.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Um, Dan and Jordan go straight for it, and then we see everybody else reading the detour, which is either pounding drums or pounding pavement. Do you want to explain what pounding drums or pounding pavement are, Bruce?
Yes, pounding the drums is you learn a complex routine on traditional drums and perform with a drum troupe. Pounding the pavement is that you go to a pedestrian where you pick up various supplies.
Pedestrian mall.
Oh, I forgot to write down the word mall.
Just go to the pedestrian.
Go to pedestrian is what I wrote down. I assumed that was just go to a pedestrian, but it's go to a pedestrian mall
Yeah.
where you pick up various supplies and ice cream and sell 25 Singapore ice cream sandwiches, which are different than ours. They're like actual sandwiches. It's
They
bread,
don't
not
look
whatever is
good.
on the
I
end
don't
of
want
our ice
that.
cream sandwiches.
I don't want that. I do not want to eat ice cream in between a slice of bread. That sounds terrible.
I would
Think,
try it once, but I much prefer the Oreo ice cream sandwiches that are in my freezer right now.
amen to that.
Ice cream sandwiches as a whole, like
Hang on.
regular ones, are just straight fire though. So he left. So now it's time that we talk about him.
Yeah,
Just
I'm back.
okay.
Okay, no, I do not want those ice cream sandwiches.
Ice
I, I,
American ice cream sandwiches are straight fire though. I just want to be on record saying that.
I support that 100%.
Well,
But I
not
don't want to
actual
put,
fire that would melt them, but you know.
yeah, I don't want to put ice cream in the middle of a slice of bread and try to eat it.
You know, I'm going to the grocery store today. We can try this.
I dare you.
I don't want to, but now that you said dare, I don't want to not.
I dare you. Hey, and make a video and we'll post it on all our socials.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sure. It's probably not going to be bad. I like ice cream and I like bread.
Yeah, but
When
that
I was
just
a
doesn't.
kid and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and like be a little bit hungry, I'd walk to the kitchen and just eat a slice of bread and go back to bed.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that you would make a Singapore ice cream sandwich.
No, it's weirder. Well, not weirder, but like I like bread. I would just like eat bread sometimes by itself.
Homemade bread is
No.
fire.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Okay.
My dad has
Anyway,
a bread making machine and a bread cookbook that I don't think has been used in at least 10 years.
hey,
He
you
used it
forgot to
as a kid.
say that the ice cream uncle had to give you your next clue.
Oh, I forgot that was his name.
Anyway, so the people who did drums was everybody. To start, Michael and Louie, Jet and Cord, Brent and Katie, Carol and Brandy all started drums. Um, Newsflash, Michael and Louie decided that they would rather like bang their heads into the drum than the actual sticks.
I have a note here, and I don't know if we actually got there yet because you take more notes than me. Michael and Louis briefly went to the fast forward, but
Yeah,
left
we
because
haven't
they
got there
didn't know
yet.
if Dan and Jordan were there or not.
We haven't got there yet.
Okay, that's right after you just take more notes than me sometimes, so that came up. I wasn't sure if we were there or not.
Yeah. But because Michael and Louie were so bad at the drums, they decided that they were going to do what you said, Bruce. They were going to go to the fast forward because we might as well talk about it now. So they decided they were going to go to the fast forward, and because they thought maybe Dan and Jordan went to the ice cream, and they get to the place, and the lady can't tell them if the other guys are up there. So they have to ride the elevator to the top just to find out that the fast forward is currently in progress. And so then they have to leave and go to ice cream.
This is such a
But
good
their
use of
taxi
time.
driver is taking a potty break.
This was this was an interesting choice of how to use your time. in the middle of a timed competition.
Well, I mean, if
They went from a detour all the way, I don't know how long of a trip it was, to the fast forward to the top of the building, came back down, and then went to the other detour.
yep,
Like once, I feel like once you commit to not try the fast forward, just go to the other detour if the first one's hard. Like this trip to the fast forward feels like a waste of time.
that's valid. We also had Brandy and Carol had to do the ice cream as well because they got U-turned. Newsflash.
Yeah, we didn't
Um,
talk about that very much yet.
no, yeah, not at all. First, before that though, they were playing their drums, and at one point they switched little drummer boys because they wanted a little drummer boy that would count. Um, and Carol kept wanting to leave. But Brandy wouldn't let her, and they eventually got it
We
before
ended
Jet
up
and
having to do
Cord.
both of them anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. So it benefited them to stay.
yeah, it did.
Dan and Jordan completed the fast forward that we were talking about earlier, and they get to go straight to the pit stop at Marina Barrage.
First
Um,
place finish for them.
yeah,
Is that their first one?
yeah.
Good for them.
Okay, so Jet and Cord, back to the drummers. Jet and Cord, they try and fail on their first attempt. Brent and Katie go up there right after them, and they are cooking, man. They rocked it out first try. They are on their way to Istanis Park. And Katie be obsessing over U-turning the lesbians.
I mean, fair. It's obsessive, but
Yeah. And then we get what you just talked about. Dan and Jordan finish as team number one at the Marina Barrage, where each of them have won a motorbike that they say that they will never touch
so is this
because
like
their
a
mom
dirt
will
bike or a
kill them.
motorcycle?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was imagining a dirt bike, then I imagined like a Harley Davidson right after that. And I wasn't sure which one was the correct guess.
Well, they didn't show us a picture of it, so I don't know.
You're smarter than me, though.
But a motorbike can mean anything. It could be anything from
Um,
an e-bike uh to a Harley.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
do want to comment though on the U-turn because when Mr. Phil was explaining it to us, he goes, "Oh, last time we saw a U-turn, the teams were able to remain anonymous."
mm,
Technically, yes, but no, that's not exactly what happened because the first place team U-turned the second place team, so they did not remain anonymous because there was only one option it could have been.
but the game mechanic allowed
Yeah.
them to remain anonymous. The gameplay did not.
Oh, I knew what he meant, and he's right. That's just the thought that came to my head. Well, they could have, but the way they did it, there was only one option for who it could, which is still funny to me. But
Yeah. But yeah, so Brent and Katie, you turned to Brandy and Carol. Um, and then they had to proceed to the shipyard to find their next clue. And then the next thing I have written down here is we take a shot back to the ice cream where we have Michael and Louie, the two crazy Americans selling ice cream, and their freaking cab driver bought their last 10 ice cream
yeah,
sandwiches.
they have to sell 25 of them. They've sold 15. So little over halfway, little under half left. And their they're like $1 a piece. So like it's $10. But like, he comes and buys 10 of these dang things. Like what
And
the
you just
heck?
see him walk away with bags full of ice cream sandwiches.
Is that just I don't want to stand here and wait for them to sell the rest of these, so I'm gonna speed them up myself?
I don't know, but I don't care. It's hilarious.
I love it. Get the cab driver on the show. Let's interview him.
For real. He probably wouldn't be able to understand us and we wouldn't be able to understand him, but
I mean, he probably speaks Singaporese, but
huh? What was that?
Was that not the language? I'm not doing the thing. I feel like I've run that joke into the ground
Nope,
already.
you gotta
But
do the thing.
okay. I feel like he probably speaks Singaporese.
There you go.
The joke makes me not knowing the language even better
Yes. But you have to do the thing for the duration of this podcast.
for the duration of time.
Sure.
No.
All right. Is roadblock time, Bruce.
Oh,
Count the chain
interesting.
links.
I
What?
googled what language does Singapore speak, and Google, at least their AI overview, says it is a multilingual country with four official languages: English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil.
I only know what two of those are.
Yeah, English and Mandarin.
Yep. No, actually, it was Malay and Tamil that I know.
You don't know what English is?
Nope.
Okay. But our roadblock, look,
Yeah.
we're at a shipyard, right? And you have to enter the hard hat area and count all the links in an enormous anchor chain. And when you get the right number, which is 521, they give you a clue. But the thing is, it's so freaking noisy. There's so much going on. And you have the man in the box yelling at you, like the speaker box, every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
This looks stupidly hard. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I figured you'd make
I
me
get
do it.
distracted easily already, but when that's going on and I have to count to 521, that looks
You
stupid.
you can't count to 521 in complete silence. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but when like someone's hammering on metal and then the man in the box is talking and then
I love that. The man in the box.
there's a man's voice coming out of the speaker box.
I know. Okay. It was Brent, Michael, Jet, and Carol that did this though. And every one of them got it on the first try. Um, and once you get done, you get to go to the Mega Zip for your next clue. Um, anyway, I didn't know if this should have been a legal move or not. Freaking Michael, for some reason, thought it was going to be a good idea to bring his Little League pitch counter with him on the Amazing Race. Why do you just carry around a pitch counter in your bag?
It worked.
It did. I didn't know if it was going to be like a legal move or not, or if he was going to end up penalized or something for it.
I mean, assuming there's going to be a challenge involving counting isn't that big of a stretch. I could see it.
It felt so weird. Oh, hang on, let me get my pitch counter out.
After seeing this, though, if you and I do hypothetically go on the show, I'm absolutely taking the like. My dad has one of those that he would use to like count laps when he would go walking.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely just taking that off of the desk in his office at the house if we go on Amazing Race, just in case we can use it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good, though. I
That was
love it.
amazing.
And the fact that they let it happen too and didn't say, "Hey, don't do that," is
I
wild.
know. It felt like it should have been against the rules, but it wasn't.
It probably is going forward. It's probably one of those,
Probably.
okay, we didn't tell you you can't do this, but now that you did
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. All right, guys. Sorry, you can't bring a pitch counter on the Amazing Race.
or at least, yeah, every rule like that of, oh, you can't do this specific thing, it's because someone did it
Yeah.
before it was illegal. But
All
no,
right.
like the shipyard looks cool. I love the giant chains. That challenge looks stupid, like
Yeah.
stupid hard.
But everybody got it on the first try.
Well, yeah, it's just counting. They don't get distracted as easily as I do by noise or anything.
Whoa, hey. Super Bowl MVP running back Kenneth Walker is a Kansas City Chief.
Did we get a run? Wow, we don't have to use our high draft pick. I haven't gotten that notification right. Is that serious?
Yeah, Adam Schefter.
Wow. Okay, Google's not helpful. Time to go to Twitter.
Yep, just go to Adam Schefter on Twitter. It's way more. Yeah, I just got that on ESPN.
That is awesome.
Um, anyway, it's Mega Zip time.
Yes.
You-
The mega
Um,
zip. You ride a giant zip line 1,200 feet. This looks fun.
I agree. It sounds like a great time. Um, okay. By the way, Michael, did you catch that Michael um just tried to steal Carol and Brandy's cab,
Yes. I don't like that, even though I don't like Carol and Brandy.
but their cab driver was loyal and wouldn't dip on them.
And he was a snitch about it too.
Yeah, he told on him.
The blue team tried to take me.
But
I
instead Mike
respect the loyalty for sure, but don't be a snitch about it.
yeah, for real.
That doesn't help you any.
But then Michael did end up paying some lady $20 to get out of her cab and give her cab to them so that they could go.
Yeah.
And then we have Brent and Katie check in as team number two. Um, Also, by the way, Jet is wearing shoes in this episode instead of boots, and it looks so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jet and Cord, team number three. Um, Michael and Louie, team number four. Brandy and Carol, team number five, and have been eliminated from the Amazing Race. We're down to four teams. We have three episodes left, so I'm really expecting an NEL next week.
Yeah. For sure.
But it looks like we're going to be very lots of emotion. Emotions are high here as we jump into the final four teams on this season of Amazing Race. And here's the thing, Bruce, there are four teams left in this race. We predicted back when there were six or seven. I'm not sure. I don't remember which. We predicted the three teams we thought were going to be the finale. We both said Jed and Corey. We both said Michael and Louie, and I said Dana and Jordan. You said Brent and Katie, and those are the four teams that are left. So one of us is going to be right,
Yes, I
probably.
love it.
Hopefully, it's me.
Probably.
Um, but you want to do some power rankings here?
Sure.
All right, who's your number four team?
They had a much better finish this time, but I'm still going to put Brent and Katie here because the two teams behind them have been towards the top of my list the entire season.
Okay.
They did a lot better. They finished second this week. It's again, I need to see it one more time before I believe it because they've just been so up and down this season.
So I have Michael and Louie here.
Interesting.
They are currently in last place. But I think the competition at this point has gotten to be so good that um I think there's your breaking news. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Louis being so out of shape is finally going to take hold.
Yeah,
But actually, I do think this is going to be a non-elimination leg.
for sure.
So we'll see what happens. Who do you got in third?
Third is Michael and Louie. They're
Okay.
already in last place. They won three in a row, and they haven't they've lost their mojo.
Yeah.
So it's
For me here, it's Dan and Jordan.
okay.
I mean, they won the leg. They're looking strong, but they won the leg because of a fast forward.
Yeah,
And so I think it's kind of hard to place them in the top two on a fast forward. That's personal.
it
But
yeah. Winning with the fast forward is less impressive than winning when you do everything.
winning with a fast forward is like winning with a little asterisk.
I was gonna compare it to yeah, Barry Bonds has the most home runs, but he cheated to get there. But the fast forward isn't cheating, so it's not the same thing. It's actually part of the game.
Right.
I did talk. You said asterisk. I did talk about the 2017 Astros in my sermon yesterday. So
There you go.
their championship also has an asterisk on it.
Hmm. Who do you have at second?
Second is Dan and Jordan. Yes, they only won because of a fast forward, but they're going to be starting in first place. So,
I have Jet and Court here.
okay. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because that means who you have
Yep.
at one is who I had at four, and that's crazy because I
Sure.
like them a
Uh-huh.
lot.
Yeah. So I have Jet and Court here because of their, I mean, they're still being able to make up some ground. But they do generally have navigation issues.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a little bit of an issue there. I want you to speak on Jet and Cord real quick, and then I'll speak on why I have what I did at one.
Yeah. Like you said, there's slight navigation issues. Not as bad as Chelsea and Jack, but was that who it was on 38?
Yeah,
Okay. But yeah, they're really solid. They won last leg going from last to first. They're third this time because, drums. But yeah. And so my
they're generally pretty strong in challenge.
number one team on my list, Kevin's favorite team that he always talks about, Matt and Redmond.
Nice
I
pull, nice pull.
haven't done the bit for a little while where I throw a team in there from a complete other season.
Yeah,
You weren't expecting that.
no, I wasn't. But you could have gone way worse than Matt and Redmond, even though I don't really like Matt and
No,
Redmond.
I
Even
went
though I
with
don't like
Matt and
Redmond.
Redmond because you chose one of them as your partner for the season after the premiere. Then, like, we both
Then I
started to
hated
not
him.
like them as a team very quickly.
No, I liked Matt. I did not like Redmond, and Redmond's the one I chose.
I know, that's what's funny. Hmm.
Anyway, I have Brent and Katie at one, who you had at four. Um,
They had a good leg this week, man.
they had a good leg this week, and I do want to celebrate that. They're really, um, I feel like even though they started really strong, they had a second place finish in week one, but then they went to the back of the pack and they just kind of lived there in like the second or third to last place for a while. But I feel like they're kind of coming into their own a little bit more, um, and and they're showing that they can run with some of these big dogs. So um, I had them in first this week. I was really struggling. Um, Truthfully, I was really struggling putting somebody in first that finished third or fourth. I was really struggling with putting somebody in first who won with a fast forward. Brent and Katie kind of took my first out of. I didn't want to give first to anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
But but somebody had to be first, so here we are.
Susan and Patrick clearly get the number one spot.
Still not my least favorite team that we've watched, but
No, but he's insufferable.
yeah, but
He's not Kelly, I know.
he's not Kelly.
But again, that's one half of a team you don't like.
Yep, I know. And I stand with that.
Yeah,
And Steven is one half of, or Patrick Steven. I keep calling Patrick Steven. I did it again. Patrick is, we're not even in that season
I thought
anymore.
you didn't like the mom either.
I don't, but you don't care that much about her. You hate Patrick. That's one half of a team.
Hate's a strong word. He's just insufferable.
But you never talk about Susan.
Yeah, she gets kind of overshadowed, honestly.
I didn't like her, but
I don't remember liking her very much, but when it comes to just me not liking, like, her son is a much bigger personality that kind of just overshadows.
amen to that.
Coming soon to Kevin's imagination near you, Amazing Race Team Kelly and Patrick.
Now will be the first time that I don't watch an Amazing Race season.
Also, the same season that has Team Hans and has Russell and Brandon working together.
I kind of want to see that for the chaos, not gonna lie.
And then you're on the cast with someone just so you have to put up with all these other teams and people around you.
Okay, just be nice when you cast me.
Well, there's one person I'm gonna be nice enough to not cast you with, but I have to
Okay.
think who it is
I
because I don't want to be a part of this cast. But
I have a feeling of who you want to cast me with though. But we're gonna move past that and this. Bruce, do you have any more thoughts on this episode?
this was fun.
Yeah, it
Shout
was.
out to this wonderful country that hosted us. They gave us ice cream, gave us a new uncle, ice cream uncle. Like we have a new family member now, I guess.
We have a new family member.
We learned a new way to prepare ice cream.
I want to forget that, though. That's the problem.
Well, okay. We'll never think about it again after we stop recording.
No, I have to think about it at least one more time because you're gonna do it.
I forgot about that already.
And you
I
have
have
to do
bread
it
on my
because
grocery list and I have ice cream sandwiches in my freezer. I'm just going to take the ice cream from one of those sandwiches and put it on the bread.
sounds great.
I'm not buying separate ice cream just for this.
That's fine. Okay, so make sure that you're checking out all of our other reality realm coverage. Check out Tribal Council Chat. They're rolling around in season 50 coverage over there. It has been a fun couple of episodes so far with that. Check out um, Round Table Talk as we are rolling into our off season where we are going to be doing some Traders fan casts,
Yes.
um, which is going to be a lot of fun. Buy our merch on our Redbubble merch store and check out all of our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you fancy to look up your social media. Just give us a like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is that you do. Whenever you do it, we'll appreciate it very much. Um, and yeah, all that being said, the world's waiting for you, my friends. Good luck.
Travel safe.
Go.